Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Avatar The Last Airbender, episodes 9 and 10. I just realized that I had freaking 2 videos I could have uploaded for Avatar, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. And that's Pokemon Go. Anyway, I'm going to apologize right now for the way I was sitting. I was doing this during the video, but that was when those videos I recorded, those were probably less than 3 weeks after I had the eye surgery. So my vision wasn't completely there, but it was enough to where I could see what was on screen. It was blurry as all get out, but I could see it. But I couldn't, the way it was just, that was how I was sitting, because like I said, it was just, my vision wasn't very good. I think I probably I more than likely had, I don't know if I had a headache at that point, or maybe I was just sick of the way my eyes were doing at the time, because they were still healing, obviously, and I was just tired of not being able to see anything. So that's kind of why I pushed myself when I was recording those videos, so I apologize for the way I was sitting like that. But yeah, essentially episodes 9 and 10, the waterbending scroll, and then Jet. Oh god, Jet. No, this guy, no. The waterbending scroll is when Katara and Aang start working on waterbending. Wait, did I already record this? It seems like I'm talking, this is familiar. Hang on. Five to 6, 3 to 4, 7 to 8. Okay, I guess I didn't. I could have sworn that I had already uploaded this. Maybe that's why it took me so long to realize, because I thought I had uploaded all the Avatar: The Last Airbender episodes that I had recorded, but I guess I didn't. So 9 and 10, the waterbending scroll. The waterbending scroll, or maybe I did record it, but I never got it uploaded. I don't know. But yeah, Iroh is missing a tile for his, dang it, what was it, Mahjong? I think. Let me know what the game was that he was missing the game piece for. And he was wanting to go to a port, to check out the flea market, see if anybody had the White Lotus tile he was missing. So, that's how Zuko and them got there. Aang and them only had originally like 3 copper pieces, which I'm assuming is the lowest form of currency that they have in that world, because copper pieces, I'm assuming silver or bronze, silver, gold. I don't know if there's anything else above that. That's what I'm assuming. Let me know in the comments on that. But Aang ends up splurging with one of the copper pieces to get a whistle. And apparently, as far as I know, it doesn't work. So they think essentially it was a waste of money. It actually ends up being not a waste of money, actually. But that's later. Anyway, Katara starts trying to teach Aang some of the waterbending techniques that she knows, because, he needs to learn the other elements. Obviously, Katara had nobody to teach her, because she was the only waterbender in the whole southern tribe. So this stuff took her quite a bit for her to learn. Probably not only that, but when Aang gets her to teach him, and 2, he could be a natural at waterbending. Because I know that, for an airbender avatar that was from the air nomads, I think earthbending is going to be the hardest one for him to learn, from what I remember. So waterbending most likely is the easiest for him to learn. It's probably waterbending, then firebending, and then earthbending is in range of easiest to hardest. Let me know if I'm right or wrong in the comments, please. So she's getting agitated that he's picking this up so quickly, because she had a hard time with it. But I mean, like I said, she was didn't have anybody to teach her, so of course she would have struggles with it. But like I said, Aang is probably a natural due to not only being the avatar, but I mean, like I said, the waterbending is probably easiest for an avatar to learn. Or at least an air nomad based avatar to learn. Not sure about the others. Let me know if it's different for if he was a firebender first, or if he was an earthbender first. Let me know if it's the same, or, you know. But yeah, she's getting even more and more frustrated as time goes on because he's picking up all this so easily and doing it better than what she was doing. And they end up going to the port because, like I said, they needed to get supplies, but they didn't have a whole lot of money, and they end up running into some pirates who are trying to get people on their ship to look at their stolen merchandise. And one of the things they had was a waterbending scroll, which obviously they stole because he claims that he got it for the low price of free. Which means they stole it. Because nobody's going to give up a waterbending scroll for free. There's no way. Even if the original owner had stolen it themselves, there's still no way they're going to give it up for free. Anyway, they're obviously not going to sell it. They're going to sell it to someone else for a lot of more money. Even if pirates like to haggle, I don't think they would haggle way low down to 2 or 1 copper pieces. They would have to be brain dead in order to do that. And slow. They would have to be all kinds of mentally incapacitated in order to do that. Because, yeah. Anyway, Katara gets them all to leave, and she's kind of being a little, trying to hurry them along as quickly as she can. And they start chasing them. Yeah, the pirates come after them, and originally you would think, oh, they somehow realized he was the Avatar, and they're after him. No. No, they managed to get away, thankfully. And it turns out that Katara stole the waterbending scroll. Obviously, Sokka told her, yeah, that was bad. They had a good reason to come after you. Even if they had stolen the waterbending scroll in the first place, it's still bad to steal from people. So of course they're going to get ticked off that their item was stolen from them. Anyway, Katara tries to learn the water whip, and obviously you probably guessed that Aang picked that up really quickly. And he tries to, tell her, give her a tip on how to do it better, and she gets all ticked off at him about it. And Zuko and the others end up running into the pirates, and when he hears, the description of the people they were chasing, he goes and asks them. He teams up with them to try so that he can get the Avatar. Excuse me, and they can get their scroll back. Later on, Katara tries to sneak away and try and work on the water whip because she wants to learn it. And she ends up getting captured by the pirates and Zuko. And they try to get her to tell them, where's the Avatar. And he even tries to offer her back her necklace in exchange for the information. Obviously, the others get found. Thankfully, Katara didn't get them up, obviously, they just found them. And Sokka, he's actually pretty darn smart at this point, because he is telling the pirates, really, you're going to give this guy the Avatar. I'm sure he'd probably fetch a larger price than probably 10 of those scrolls. And Aang was like, you better be quiet, Sokka. And I'm like, no, he needs to keep doing that because that will turn the pirates against Zuko, and in the chaos, you guys can get away. Which is exactly what ends up happening. They turn on each other, and they try to get that big pirate ship out in the water so they can get the heck out of there. And thankfully, with Katara and Aang working together on, with the water bending, they're able to get it back out in the water, and they get the heck out of there. But the pirates give chase in Zuko's boat. And the pirates get on board the ship, and they're having to fight the pirates while, keeping the ship in the river. However, they end up running into problems when there's a waterfall coming up. They almost get the ship to stop and turn around with the water bending. However, the pirates end up knocking into the ship with Zuko's ship. And, thankfully, the whistle that Aang had was a bison calling whistle. So, as soon as he blew it, Appa showed up to help them. So they were able to get to safety while the pirates and their both ships ended up going down the waterfall. And Zuko got ticked off, obviously that his ship was, destroyed in the process. And the funny thing is that Iroh realized that the Lotus Tile he had been looking for, the whole reason they went to that port in the first place and got involved in all this, was in his sleeve the entire time. Zuko gets ticked off, grabs it, and chucks it over the waterfall, essentially. I do not blame him whatsoever with that. So, yeah, now Iroh really is out a White Lotus Tile. Anyway, they end up keeping a hold of the waterbending scroll, which will obviously be used later in a different book. I think it's the Earth Kingdom book? Book 2? Book 2 Earth, I think is what it was. Or maybe it was book 3. I don't know. Anyway. The episode Jet. Oh boy. This brings up a bit of a controversial gray area when it comes to morality. Because the others are in a forest full of gigantic trees, and there's Fire Nation about. They end up walking right into a camp of Fire Nation military, a military camp essentially, and thankfully, they end up getting some backup by Jet and his people. And Katara ends up getting a little bit of a fascination with Jet, not really a fascination, an infatuation, I should say. A bit of a crush. Oh boy. Sokka obviously is a little bit skeptical about these guys and their way of doing things. And from what we gather, everybody there ended up getting, dealt a bad hand, thanks to the Fire Nation, whether it be their village being destroyed, I'm guessing families being killed, families being taken prisoner possibly, who knows. Anyway, Sokka is helping them, obviously, and they come across an old man going down the road, and, Sokka tries to tell them, hey, false alarm, it's only an old man, but the others go after this guy like he essentially is Fire Lord Ozai himself, and planned to kill him, and Sokka was trying to stop them, hey, this is just an old man, he is harmless, leave him alone. It essentially doesn't matter if whether somebody is from that nation or not, essentially, is what the gray area is. Is it okay to kill off civilians just because they are from the Fire Nation? That is the gray area of this. Jet and the others believe that the ends justify the means in this situation, but obviously Sokka doesn't agree with this. Jet and the others realize that Sokka is possibly going to get them out of there and blow their plan. So they try and get rid of him, but thankfully Sokka is able to outwit them, get those two caged up, and go and try to stop it. What they plan to do is blow a dam and flood a nearby village that is being occupied by Fire Nation civilians. So essentially, not military. And Katara and Aang have no idea that they're even planning this, obviously, because if they did, they would try and stop him. So they end up filling up the dam, and they only realize too late what's about to happen. They try and stop Jet, but Jet sends out the signal where they end up blowing the dam. However, Sokka comes up and tells them, hey, I knew I wasn't able to get here in time, so I went to the village and tried to warn them to evacuate. Thankfully, the one person that vouched for Sokka and him telling the truth is the old man he saved. And speaking of that old man, they claim that the guy had a poison on him to get at Jet, which I am guessing was a big fat lie. But yeah, the morality, is taking out civilians okay when it comes to take out the enemy of war? I would say no. If they had nothing to do with what was going on, Fire Nation or not, it is not good. Not good to kill them. So yeah, Katara and the others leave Jet there. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of these 2 episodes, whether you agree with Jet's way of thinking, do you disagree with him, your reasonings, and I will see everybody next time.